So if you're listening to this, I'm guessing you're thinking about being a student manager for
Radio LaB.
Or Terry thinks that you'll be a good fit for the role and has made you listen to this. So first things first, let's find out from the man himself what exactly will be required of you and what your day-to-day tasks will consist of.
Hello, I'm Terry Lee. I'm Senior Tutor in Radio and Audio at the University of Bedfordshire, and part of my job is to look after Radio LaB 97.1 FM. Part of that job means that I oversee the work of the student managers of the radio station year by year. Now, the student manager's role is an important one, and some of the things that they would have to do include being, if you like, duty managers, being in the office or being on call whilst radio shows are going live. And that includes evenings and weekends. They might have to look after social media and online updates for the radio station. They will have to think about how to train our volunteers. That's the role of the student managers. Also, making Radio LaB sound great 24 hours a day is an important part, and that could be to do with station sound, or it might be to do with the music selection. It could be anything. It's about making sure that the output of Radio LaB is innovative and good and attractive. Also, Radio LaB has big events and promotions from time to time, being out and about outside broadcasts, and I'd expect the student managers to be very much involved in that. You know, someone in theory should be in charge of updating the music. Someone should be in charge of any news output for the radio station. That's important. So, in short, being a Radio LaB manager, there's no set thing that I'm expecting students to do, but I am expecting you to pull your weight when you become a student manager and do a good year's worth of work in that time.
So now we know the basics, let's discuss how this can benefit you and what exactly you will learn.
You will learn how to manage a large team of volunteers, how to schedule shows, how to manage and enforce radio guidelines and regulations, how to select appropriate shows for the station, how to use programs and applications such as Audition, Audacity and the Myriad system, create professional relationships with both internal and external staff members or organisations, and you will have endless opportunities to network and get your name out there.
So now that we're all aware of what skills you can take from this role, let's talk about why they're important and how they will assist with your transition from higher education into the industry.
The role will help to build your confidence, organisational skills and self-discipline. You will understand the importance of using your own initiative as well as acquiring the skills to perform well in a team environment. You will have the ability to determine what role works best for you whilst discovering your own hidden skills and talents. And most importantly, it provides students with valuable experience and transferable skills which can improve their chance of securing a graduate job. These are all attributes that employers seek to find when building a successful organisation.
I've also spoken with the previous and current Radio LaB managers to give you some advice for anybody contemplating this role. Danny from BBC Three Counties advises you to
make sure you are listening to a lot of radio, a lot of different radio, especially radio that you wouldn't normally want to listen to. There was a real wide variety on the station, and I think if you want to make sure it's sounding the best it possibly can, you want to be listening to lots of different other radio as well, so you can give feedback, you can give criticism, and you can make things sound better.
Charlotte Powers, a graduate from 2018, recommends that you
use the tools and the equipment and the software and everything that the uni has to offer, because you just can't find it anywhere else. And I know it's a bit of a cliche, because I remember being told it and not really listening and just going, oh, it'll be fine, I'll sort it out. And then, I'm sat here and I'm going, it would have been an amazing experience if I had really utilised everything that was in front of me at that particular point.
Daniel at Absolute Radio says,
be consistent, help people. Don't be afraid to take risks. Stick within the general rules of the medium, care about it, listen to other stuff, and see what kind of thing you'd like to be.
And current Radio LaB manager Megan urges you to
decide at the beginning of the year what you want to achieve and start working on those ideas
as soon as possible, because there's been so many ideas that I've started halfway or towards the end of the year that I just wish I'd been doing since September. Definitely start early and give your all to these projects as soon as possible.
On a final note, the most important thing for you to think about is what can you bring to the table? Do you have an interest in sports like Anthony and can create an amazing sports show for all our sports fans?
Hi and welcome back to the LaB podcast.
Do you want to get involved with the community and get new artists on the radio like Megan did with
Radio Lab Radar?
I can't wait for you to come my way.
A brand new show by Radio Lab. Celebrating the music of new upcoming artists.
Update the music catalogue, create a film review show, a podcast, or even create cooking clips like I did. Hi guys, and welcome back to 1 Minute Recipes with me, Ria Howell. So today on the menu we have the ultimate side dish, and it's also perfect for vegetarians. Today we are going to be making macaroni and cheese. Whatever it may be will not only be encouraged but will also be great too, as long as you put your mind to it. You will have the necessary support around you, a great team and an incredible manager throughout your journey. I originally had little interest in being a Radio Lab manager, but I got persuaded to be one, and I'm glad I did, because the process has taught me so much about radio and more importantly about myself, and that I can achieve absolutely anything I put my mind to. Now before it gets too cheesy, I'll end it here, but I will say that if you do decide on this path for your final year, please be dedicated, be ready for a challenge, and above anything else, be ready to have fun.